up, Suns fans? The Suns get the win, finally breaking their 5-game losing streak. There is so much to talk about this game as Suns win. Final score, Suns 127, Lakers 100 on the dot. This is nice, fellas. Getting the 27-point blowouts against our division rivals, the LA Lakers. It's almost cathartic, really. Not the fact that we just won a game in general. We finally broke our 5-game losing streak, which was everywhere leading up to this game. The Suns are on a skid and they need help. And boy, did we see that help come to life here as KD was out for 7 games and he's back. He played this game and he was awesome. Not only just KD, but Beal. Both of them had the same injury, an ankle sprain. So they were set to a minute restriction tonight. But we didn't need that minute restriction at all as the Suns completely overwhelmed the LA Lakers. And we just dominated. Actually, I would say from start to finish. I mean, I guess we technically did, but it was close during that first half. Just kind of a disastrous second quarter. I mean, that's the really only complaint I have about tonight's game is that second quarter. KD and Bill, they have not missed a step. They look like they were energetic, hopping out there. We missed this team, and I hope that us Suns fans acknowledge how useful and how important to this team KD and Beal is. I know there's still a little questioning thoughts about Beal, especially his first year here in Phoenix, but already he has looked better. He's looked more energetic. He looks happy out there. He just looks happy to be wearing this Suns jersey. And so is KD. They were just having fun out there. And as a Phoenix Suns, we're back! We're back! I don't have much complaints about the big three hopping down into this game. KD played 30 minutes tonight, which I know is a concern. Okay, we just got our big three back. Let's not play them a lot because more importantly, this is a back-to-back. We're back at it tomorrow against the Brooklyn Nets. So we kind of need our guys we need them to rest a little bit. So they couldn't play all tonight. But Bud did make the executive decision to leave them out a little longer than usual to run up that score in the fourth, which I don't mind. Any chance to rag on the Lakers, especially in the in-season tournament, which I guess if we're looking at the grander picture here, we did officially hand the Lakers their first loss in this whole in-season tournament format, which is great. It's awesome. I love this. We're so back. Really wish it was a 30-point, but I guess we're getting too greedy once we get up to that point. There's still a level of sportsmanship that our players have, and you got to respect that. So whatever, 27 we'll take. But KD immediately came out tonight at 23 points, 3 of 6 from 3, no turnovers. Whoa. Is KD officially back? Like, really back? I know he got kind of snubbed in the beginning of the season of the MVP race. I've gone on about it during these early games, how important KD has been and how clutch he has been. But KD's making himself a case here. He did appear on the MVP ladder for a little bit there, but he was injured, so he naturally just fell back down. But KD looks like he hasn't missed a step. And that's along with Beal, who had 23 points, matching KD's 23. They both had 23. 10 of 15, 3 of 6, and just an all-around stat-filled sheet here. He's got 2 rebounds, 2 assists, a block. Let's talk about that block real quick.
James the other way. 4-on-2. A spin, a twirl. Johnson. Beal swats it away.
Holy crap. It was still freaking amazing to see Beal just get up and swat that thing from LeBron. This team, man. Suns basketball is fun. No complaints. And Booker led this team in scoring tonight with his 26, 10 of 17, 3 of 7 from 3, 10 assists. Booker had a double-double tonight. And what a perfect game. Can we just mention that real quick? Literally, this is the best game the Phoenix Suns have had all year. And having this game, playing this game, having Bill and KD come off of injury, and this team just looked like very out of it during this last 7-game stretch. This team just looked lifeless. It was incomplete, and it was incomplete because we have a big three. We're top heavy. Let's just admit that. All right. It just looked really bad for a bit there, and it had Suns questioning where the Suns would really end up later on. I've said it multiple times, this Suns team without KD and Beal, we just can't compete. But tonight was just perfect. I think everyone had a moment to shine during this game. Outside of the big three, everyone just came together and played basketball for once. Yeah, this team, man, it's really special. And it really reminds you to why the Suns had such a hot start to the season. Book was amazing. KD was amazing. Beal was amazing. They were spread evenly across this entire game where each of them had their own time to shine. I felt like that stretch of games recently of Book just playing by himself, I think that really opened up his game and realized that, hey, I'm still that scorer. Because he just looked really solid tonight. I mean, just a complete full game. Let's get into the little more controversial parts. All right, Yusuf Nurkic. Do we still hate him? What's the room temp on Yusuf Nurkic? Because I swear, the back and forth of Suns fans' opinion on Yusuf Nurkic is really funny. I've made my stake before in the ground that I really like him on this team. But boy, does he look rough sometimes. It's tough being a Nurk fan, but it's also great being a Nurk fan as he made a really interesting case out here. So Nurkic started this game pretty rough. Most of our early plays early on was going through him, and he was either just missing it, trying to flop, get a call. Absolutely nothing was going down for him. And he was just overall getting blasted by AD, which we've known. In our last 2 matchups against the Lakers, Yusuf Nurkic has been effectively pretty much useless in all of those matchups, as Mason Plumlee had to step up for Nurkic just to have a chance to win against the Lakers last time. But wow, he heard us. He heard the Suns fan. I don't know what kind of demon awoken within him at halftime, but he must have checked his phone or something and said, all right, bet. Because he came out that third quarter looking literally like Jokic. At a certain point, the Suns had scored 12 points in the third quarter, and 10 of those points were from Yusuf Nurkic, of him just bullying his way in the paint, which the Lakers allowed him to do. And Yusuf Nurkic also grabbing rebounds, and then he also had a rebound which led to a court pass over to Book where he dunked that. I don't know what happened that third quarter, but if we could have that Nurk always. First of all, an amazing response by Yusuf Nurkic, especially when we needed him most. I'll get into the other player that was causing some problems for the Suns, but Yusuf Nurkic for that first quarter was looking like a real big problem. And at halftime, when the Suns had a 2-point lead against the Lakers, we needed to be problemless for this game to end up the way it was. And it did. Credit to Nurkic out there. Listen, I'm not here to convert you Nurkic haters into Nurkic lovers, right? I'll let your opinions on him stand where they stand, all right? But you got to give some, all right? Credit where credit is due. Nurkic did come out answering most of the Suns' problems in that second half. And he just went crazy. He had a double-double. We had 2 players on this team that had double-doubles tonight. But Yusuf Nurkic had it in rebounds. Booker had his in assists. So Nurkic, 12 points, 12 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. No turnovers. No turnovers. I want to emphasize that. I did not know that until now. But no turnovers from the big man here. Believe it or not, amazing night. We've been searching for that 10th dub. Finally glad we got over that hump. And Yusuf Nurkic led us to that 10th win. And completing out our starters roster, Tyus Jones had himself an all right night. He had himself a turnover. But 5 steals? I did not catch that during the game. Tyus Jones had 5 steals on tonight. 6 assists and 8 points. Jesus. This is a team, folks. This is a team, especially after waiting for 5 days. This is like the equivalent of the opening season, like opening day game. That's how energetic our boys were out there tonight. This game was awesome. Speaking of Nurkic, I was talking about him and saying how he had a pretty rough start to this game, and he was one of the bigger problems on the Suns. The Suns really wanted to dominate this game. Nurkic can't be a problem out there. He's one of the starters. If he's a problem for the Suns, then that is really big for the Lakers, as they could possibly bring this game back. But Nurkic solved his problems out at halftime, and he came out scoring. Royce O'Neal is another one of those problems. Again, streaky shooter as of late. Royce O'Neal, I mean, he missed 2 threes, which isn't really bad. He didn't go like 0 of 11 tonight, but that first half, he was becoming more of a problem on the Suns offense. But just like Yusuf Nurkic, he came out there in that second half and he fixed it. He ended tonight with 3 of 6. Like I said, it's just like this game we've had. Everyone got their moment to shine here. This is like the first complete game we've had where everyone contributed correctly. Ryan Dunn played some amazing defense on LeBron once again, holding him to 18 points. Okay. Yeah, he kind of caught fire there in like the second half during trash minutes. Even then, he was still 2 of 7 from 3. So, a lot of those shots by LeBron were really bad. LeBron was just disappeared for another night. He disappeared last time he was here in Phoenix, and he disappeared again tonight. You love to see it. It was hard to find LeBron out tonight. Other than those two guys, I mean, Grayson Allen is also a nice shout out. He was 2 of 6 from 3. So he's a little worse, but he did come off the bench first, and he delivered some much needed points. He had 10 points, and during the first half, when we were very competitive, trying to keep this a game, he did deliver on that front. He just kind of cooled off in the second. But I don't have a problem with that. He did his job for the night, and he is a part of the reason why the Suns had this big blowout. Oso came in also for some bench minutes as he played. He played more minutes than Mason Plumlee. Oso has been having himself a great game, and tonight he stepped out again. I didn't see much of Oso's plays here. I'm going to be honest here. But from what I've seen, he's still really good. He had an all right night, 3 of 6, 7 points, and he held his own against AD in certain parts. So I did make note of this part. And I just want to say, Shaq, why do you have to do our man dirty? All right? I hope that Shaq was not familiar with Oso's game here. I hope Oso continues to just be awesome for us, being awesome for this team. Because Shaq did him dirty during the halftime show. If you didn't catch that, Shaq was talking about Oso, trying to describe a certain play of him where he played bad defense, wasn't in the right place, and he allowed a Laker an easy layup. So he was dissing him on that, but Shaq didn't even know his name. He just called him number 4. Doesn't even know his name. So I hope that Oso has a great game so he could prove Shaq wrong. I can't believe that. I'm a Suns commentator here, reaction, nair, whatever you want to call it. I make the effort to remember everyone's names and at least have some degree of knowing how to pronounce them. Okay? Can't believe Shaq did us dirty there. But yeah, then we had some trash minutes with some Monte Morris. Josh Okogie was out there. He did bring that lead to 30. Amazing seeing that Okogie in that short amount of time was able to put up 4 points. So another nice benefit. So now we're going to start talking about a little more the wider scale of things here. So we're the 5th seed now. We're back in it, boys. With how tight things are in the West, we're 3 games back from the 1st seed, which is OKC. So pretty good. I should have done this a while back since the Orlando game, but I have new predictions. And so last time I predicted that the Suns would go 8-2 since starting from our 5th game of the season. I currently have my prediction record here. I am currently 13-3 in my predictions. It got really bad there because I didn't expect to lose against Minnesota or Orlando because I thought this team was still going to be healthy. But again, I'm falling into that trap. This is my prediction if the Suns stay healthy. This should be the next 10 games. My prediction for the next 10 games. I hate to go with it again. It seems like lightning striking twice, but I think the Suns are going 8-2. Okay? Golden State might be a little tricky for us. I think their defense is going to be really clamping on us. And just with Curry and his new splash brother, I figure that game's going to be a long one, especially with Draymond. Draymond, he's probably going to do something against Nurk. That one's juicy. I already predicted that we won this game. That was easy. I think we win tomorrow. We should win tomorrow. It's a free win. We should win against San Antonio. That is our last game of the in-season tournament. And then we should win against the New Orleans injuries. Yeah, I referred to the Grizzlies last year because they were so injured as the Memphis two-ways. But it looks like they relocated this year to New Orleans as they are really injury riddled. A fun game, I should say, because Booker absolutely loves New Orleans. I think with this new roster, hopefully, please stay healthy. We win against Miami again and Orlando. I think we might lose against Indiana because they're pretty fast. I mean, Book dropped 60 on them last time. We had our big three against them, and that game, that got out of hand. Pacers they can run, man. That game was tough. I haven't seen too much of action from the Indiana Pacers this year, so, I mean, that one's kind of a guess. We should win Detroit, and we should win Denver. So, those are my predictions. Only if healthy, if we stay healthy, which is a lot to ask of this team going forward, but hopefully they stayed healthy. That's what we need them to do. So this next 10 games will take us to Denver, which will be December 3rd, right before our Christmas Day game against Denver. So that one will be interesting. We're entering December here. I think I've talked about everything here. I guess I could talk a little bit more about the NBA Cup standings since this is an in-season tournament night. With the win here, the Suns are now the leaders of West Group B as they are now in a three-way tie with the Lakers, who are 2-1. We're 2-1 in the in-season tournament. And San Antonio, which is our last and fourth final game of the in-season tournament. Yeah, we have the biggest point differential in our group. Thanks to tonight, the Utah Jazz has been eliminated from the NBA Cup. So don't have to worry about them. I really hope the Lakers are going to face the Thunder next. And I hate to root for the enemy, but I hope the Lakers win. They need to win, and I hope it's a small win. Although Lakers are currently in the minus for differential, so hopefully they win by a little. If they win, I'm pretty sure that would eliminate Thunder from the in-season tournament. And then we just need a win against the Spurs. So whatever your thoughts are on the in-season tournament, I find it fun. I find it nice, so I'm the only one talking about it. But if you don't care, that's fine as well. It's just another thing for us number geeks to care about. So, yeah, that's all it for tonight. I hope you guys have a happy Screw the Lakers day. All right? We hate the Lakers around here. All my homies hate the Lakers around here. Thumbs up, subscribe, and like if you like our content around here. It really does help. So, yeah, see ya.